Here we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Midnight on the East Coast. I'm your boy. I didn't realize how bad this is going to look behind me. I'm your boy. I'm the paragon of virtue. I'm Lou Betcha. Happy fight day, guys. I'm going to go cover some issues of the week today. And anybody out there in TV land would like to come on and give their bet or just say whatever random shit they want, DM me on Twitter. I'll send you a link. Issue number 1. Fanatics Sportsbook. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, wrong way. Pew, pew, pew. So, if you haven't know what's going on, last week I sniped a line on Fanatics that was bad. At the Sam Patterson 1-2 sub at plus 2,000. It should have been plus 110. I bet what I could on it. Sam Patterson won in like, I don't know, 9 fucking seconds. We're past a minute on the video. Now I can curse. And then Fanatics took their time. They didn't want to pay me. It's a bad line. Well, hey, guys, wasn't voided. You would have taken my money. And how do I know this? Because 2 months ago, when Ludovic Klein fought Thiago Moises, they had flipped the round and method props. You had Ludovic Klein's KO props were like plus 3,000, plus 4,000, plus 5,500, and Moises subs were outrageous. Well, they took that money. So if you're going to take that money, then you have to pay me this. And then the gaming commission got involved and they magnanimously paid me. So anyway, but here's the problem. I heard from one of my friends today. I won't out him here, but I did hear from one of my friends that he did not get paid from Fanatics yet, and they're talking about voiding his bet. So if you are one of these people that has bet with them and done this, contact your gaming commission and just make sure you get paid. Like, it's unjust if they don't pay you for this. So I am now limited on Fanatics. And the reason is I did some like drunk casino play and miraculously was like, holy balls, I'm just smashing jackpots on this thing. So they're like, we're good. So that's all I have for them. But while I'm on the topic of online casinos and things, I'm not sponsored by any of these, and you guys know this. But BetMGM right now, if you have access to it, they have 2 good deals. They're the same deal, sort of. It's for the sports book, it's deposit 100, get 50 free. There's no rollover. It's just use the 50. So it's free $50, guys. Like, just go take it. And for the casino, it's the same. Deposit 100, get 50. There is a rollover for that, though, and it's like 8x. So be careful with that one. Like, that's a lot of spins or a lot of, and it's, don't even bother playing blackjack or this shit, because that rollover is like, if you're just going to play blackjack, it's like 32x or 40x. So like, you have 2 slots, yeah, let me give you guys a shout out. I see you guys talking. Ramon coming in early, like pulling a mushroom here. Home Girl Kristen representing the Great North. My guy Josh Frick, who I know he's getting excited, not for 2 Girls 1 Cup. I know he's getting excited for him, myself, Sean Orr, and whoever else to do a challenge, the challenge draft. That should be a lot of fun. As long as I get CT, it should be a lot of fun. My dude Mick, what's up, brother? Yeah, my phone said this is the only voice I have. I mean, this is the chainsaw voice. My dude Green King, who, by the way, put in a great parlay in our chat yesterday. It was it was like the Vera over, the Dern over. I liked it. It was very good. Green King, if you want to post that again, I'll put it up on the screen. It was a very good parlay. And yeah, Josh, you win too much, brother. You just win too much. That's the problem. We'll get to some bets in a second, but I spent 3 minutes on this slideshow, so we may as well get to what's going on Twitter right now. Yeah, Uncle Elon, what's up, dude? You thought you could stop me? You can't guard me. Secret Service can't guard me. Oh, is that too soon? So let's talk about what's going on Twitter right now, and I'll keep this. I don't want to make this a total hit piece. I mean, I do, but I won't. Look, there's not like a right way and a wrong way to do things. Well, there's a wrong way to do things, in my opinion. And this community, in my opinion, has evolved over the last 3 years. You know, like, what's your purpose in life? Like, are you here to have fun? Are you here to help people? Are you here to promote your brand? There's really no true wrong thing to do. But there's a lot of people that have been around in this community for a long time that are they're, in my opinion, using this platform as a self-aggrandizing, like, blowjob. And y'all know the people I'm talking about. And one of whom that shall remain, quote unquote, nameless here, was talking about what a great soccer capper is. He's elite soccer capper because he made some fucking stupid bet. And he kept, I'm undefeated at betting. But you weren't, dude. Literally, it was on your Twitter feed. Like, you weren't. And this goes back to something else where last year I hit all 3 Triple Crown races. I hit the Derby, I hit the Preakness, I hit the Belmont. I am no expert at, and I admit I have never said I'm an expert at horse racing. And I said on Twitter, feel free to not tail this. MMA is coming up soon, Shane. Don't worry, buddy. Coming up soon. And, like, I'm having some marginal success, and people were tailing me, and they're like, holy shit, Lou, we're winning these bets. And, like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I think I was like 3 for my life in horse race betting before that. So it was awesome. I'm drilling things. I was locked in. I was just you're getting lucky. You have to be lucky to win horse racing. It's not like, this isn't flipping a coin. You need a lot of factors to go your way. And lo and behold, this said soccer guy starts jumping in like, bruv, our whole team, bruv. We're so good at this, bruv. I woke up and I've been doing this my whole life. Okay, well, where are your picks? Why haven't you been putting out bets? Oh, you're just good at it? Oh, well, I'll take your word for it, man. So somebody gets some shine and now you're like, oh, bruv, I'm the best? Nah, dude. So now I'm the soccer guy. I'm so good at this. So I'm just going to put this challenge out there. And I don't need to bet you for money. I have sports books for that. A money bet doesn't, turn my crank. But this bet will. If you're so good at soccer, if you're so elite, because you're not doing it for the people, you're doing it for your, small dong. If you're so good, you and your syndicate versus me, the Premier League is starting in 2 weeks. Your picks versus mine every week. Figure out format, whatever you want to do. I'll take on your entire cartel, me versus all of them. And let's figure out a bet, dude. Let's figure out something that, will boil my blood, will make me excited. How about the loser leaves the internet? How about your business has to go away versus I on-air seppuku myself? Like, let's have a fun bet, dude. Give me a bet that gets the people excited. Because you say you're an expert, and if you think you're an expert, then take me on. Because I'm not an expert. I'm good. I'm no expert. But I'm better than you. That's that diatribe. There's another brawl that's been going on this week. But just go read Twitter for that one. Enough battles for 1 week for your old Uncle Lou. Finally, UFC Abu Dhabi. Let me just check the chat right here. I'm cracking Mick up. He's so funny, dude. I'll tell you what, Monk has actually spoken about doing this. So maybe I'll send Monk this comment. Oh, Dark Mood. I mean, I think you know what kind of channel we are. We're not going to fucking review The Notebook. Come on, buddy. Yeah. I know a lot of people that played Bishop. So here's the parlay that he put last night. Over Dernlupi, Farah Sandy Umar, and I think this is, it's pretty safe. So I like that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is the old-fashioned way. I'm just being like a fucking maniac. Yeah, I mean, that's a bet. I would not want to lose the bet, but I also don't think I'm going to lose that bet. I sound like MJF. You guys know, I said bruv 19 times. You know what I'm talking about. So just quick where I'm at with UFC plays. I have one bet I have to put into BetMMA tips, but I don't have many bets right now. I did play the under in this Tululin Dumas fight. It was minus 160 at Bet365. I think Dumas could knock out Tululin on the feet. I think he has a grappling path. I think Tululin could knock out Dumas. I think at minus 160, there's a lot of meat on the bone. And then I have a whole bunch of fights I am not betting. I'll actually give you guys a soccer play too while I'm here. I don't know what's going on with this. Herbert Bedoya, I laid off. Yeah, there's so much steam that came in on Bedoya. It's making me nervous. I feel like we're overcapping Bedoya on his losses. I didn't want any part of that. Dudakova Hughes, I passed. I think Hughes could get robbed of a decision there. I don't want any part of that. Guram Vucenic, I don't want any part of that. I do have one of my biggest bets is Shamil in the distance against Dontel Mays. Dontel Mays is not good, and I think that anybody worried about Shamil's cardio, it really shouldn't matter here. I think he should get this done pretty quick. And Mays, just the way he holds his hands, I never want to bet Dontel Mays. Like some of these dudes that haven't finished them, like Sakai, just doesn't throw enough volume. I think Gaziev just blitzes him and gets him out. Cowboy Fernandez, he's minus 400. This is not a world I want to be a part of. Menafield, Azamat. It's just kind of an interesting. I talked about this with Dogfather on Monday. I don't like people coming back from such a quick knockout, but it was one shot. So, like, how much damage do you really take? I'd like to think that Menafield's not a terrible matchup for him, but like, I don't want any part of that. Alvarez Brenner. So I don't know what to do with Alvarez Brenner. I've been kind of weird. Yeah, here. I mean, in all fairness, like I think the people need those pictures. Like I'm here for it. You don't want to picture your old, this wrinkly old chunk of coal and a fucking, Also, I'd have to rent a hot tub. Alvarez Brenner. I feel like this one just has a lot of variable outcomes. Ultimately, I'm going to probably look to live bet it on the Brenner side after one. I think the only thing that I feel good about in this fight is that he wins round 3 at a decent clip. Yeah, he'll fight for your money, but he's another guy that I think we overcap. I think Brenner, he's not a great minute winner. He can be taken down. I don't think he gets taken down here. I don't think he's really worried about that. But I don't know that Brenner's going to grapple. If he does, he's going to get Alvarez down. Alvarez is a really weird style to judge. He's throwing up submissions. Like, he's not really throwing strike. He does throw strikes off his back, but he becomes very hard to cap. So for me, if I think that Brenner, if he lost the first round and he's plus 350 and didn't take a ton of damage, I think that's a great live entry spot. And if he wins the first round, he's minus 130, minus 150 range. And I think he wins round 3 at a decent clip. I feel like that's a really solid bet there. So that's the way I'm approaching it. Dern Godinez, I parlayed this too. This is the bet I have to update. I played fight goes the distance. I don't see a world where there's a finish in the Dern Godinez fight. I feel like it should be minus 500 or higher. I don't think Godinez wins by KO. I don't think Dern gets in great submission positions. I think we get it's actually going to be like a weirdly boring fight. I did see what she looked like today on the scale. She was, but the problem is the Brazilian accent for me is so fucking annoying, man. Like, what are you doing? What is this crap? Like, if you went to a bar and you met a girl, she's like, oh yeah, and she has like a Brazilian accent. It's like, where are you from? It's like, Idaho. What are you doing? What are we doing here? All right, let's move on. Let's see what else we got here. I have too many overs. Yeah, there's a lot of overs on this card. Oh, that's a good look. Under on the figgies. This is a really interesting. This is a good look, Josh. Oh, I'm sorry. Monk's not here. He let me have the room for the night. I don't want to make Monk upset, so I will do this. Pinkies up, bitches. Tululin. There. Chi-wee win. Chiesa over. Oh, God. We're going to get to that fight in a second, too. Turned by Assassin. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dern for me is... I mean, she's not Verna. Verna is... That's my dream boat right there. Ferguson Chiesa. Okay, look. I said something on the show last night. If we're not doing like... I know Mick did. If you're not doing like a $5 Brenner round 3, Ferguson round 3 parlay for the culture, I think it's 5 pays 35.70. It's something like it's a plus 2,000 and plus 3,000. Like, look, it's $5. Like, you're gonna root for it. I didn't bet the Ferguson Chiesa fight. I actually thought like fight to end in sub would have been interesting, but I mean, I don't really want anything to do with that. Vera Figueiredo, I think it probably goes. I mean, it probably goes over. That's not like a super hot take, but it really is going to come down to like how. I feel like there's this false narrative. I know Vera is a slow starter. I think the more important thing is like, is Vera mentally and physically okay from the beating he took against O'Malley? And I think that's not a question you answer until a few minutes in the cage. So it's like, because Figgy is not some great starter. He's not coming out throwing like 900 strikes in the first round. So yeah, fight to end in disappointment. It's weird. I think Brady said it. Like it ended up being like a really weirdly bad fight. There's a path for Figgy. A lot of people I respect are on Vera. This is another one I just want to know part of. Shara Bullet, look, is he a fraud? Yeah, this is not the fight to fade him here. I think I have fight doesn't go with him. Parlay with the Dern. Fight goes. Olajaychuk, man, he's just. There's the odds of it. Yeah, you will be for yeah, but like, so use it on like a bullshit book, Also, like you were there, then you get the T-shirt. I was there when this parlay happened. So, I think it's very likely that I know Olajaychuk doesn't get knocked out a lot. He does get hurt. He's barely training. He's talking about retirement. He's just turning around after all these horrible losses like super quick. I mean, he could win by round 1 KO. I don't rule it out. It's more than likely not. It's just Shara styling on him, hitting him with like a high head kick. But I think fight doesn't go is pretty reasonable here. I don't see how Olajaychuk even wants to fight 15 minutes. So I have that as a parlay. Main event, I think it's an Umar decision. Don't overthink this. I don't think Umar finishes Sandhagen at all. I think people are trying to justify Sandhagen a little bit by saying, oh, Beksot tagged him. And dude, Al-Makan's like decent. Like, he's decent. And that was just, he tagged him. Like, and that's all there was to it. And then Umar dominated the rest of the fight. I think this is just a lot of Umar getting Sandhagen down, Sandhagen being tough, staying out of like any kind of submissions. And this thing's going to hit like the 4th round. And Umar's not even going to try to finish him. It's just get him down, eat up the clock. Get out of there with a nice rigged 50-45, even though you only won 3 rounds. That's it. As far as soccer goes, I'll give you more than one bet. How about that? I'm going to pull up my sheet of doom here, my nightmare grid. I'll give you 4 bets. How about that? Slim pickings for soccer this week. Next week, we get Eerste back. So nothing warms my heart more than a bunch of first half over 1.5s in the Eerste of the Netherlands. But let's talk about this week. So it's the first week of Bundesliga 2. I'm playing a lot of goal totals. I like the Hertha, Berlin, Paderborn. Both teams are scoring over 2.5. Hertha was like a fucking goal scoring machine for and against last year. It doesn't look like their roster had a whole lot of turnover either. Paderborn is a pretty decently high scoring team as well. And everybody they lost is on defense. So I like the over in that. That's at 7 a.m. Eastern. Just letting you know some early shit here. Rangers and Hearts in the Scottish Premier League. Another game I played an over on. I don't even mind the shot on Hearts to cover at home if you want to play a spread here. Rangers is kind of a team in disarray. They're like, their ownership's told them, like, you got to sell players. I think Tavernier is leaving. Like, this is kind of a mess, this team. So, and their back line is a fucking joke. So I think they're a little overvalued here. I do like goals there too. Basel, and now we're going to Switzerland because I'm pinkies up, hose, Switzerland. Basel and Grasshoppers. I'm going to look at what the current odds are, but I like a score draw here. And you have two teams. I'm just pulling it up right now. Give me 1 second. Yes, Switzerland's in the like others. So the total's minus 140. It's really interesting, but it's one of these games where both teams are plus 150 range and neither team has a win yet. So this becomes like, okay, we don't want to lose 3 in a row. They both have offense. I sort of feel like this is 1-1 on the dot. The line is even kind of screaming out at me that this is a draw. And at plus 250, there are worse bets you can make. And the last one I will give you is Servette, who has been weirdly good to me over the years, is like just a strange team that's been good in all these competitions. Servette is at Lugano. Okay, it looks like a little bit of money has started to come in on the Servette side. I like Servette here at plus 138. Lugano has been playing qualifiers for Euros. They're leaking goals in the qualifiers in the league. They just kind of have the mentality of like a forward first team. I think Servette with a little bit more rest here, even early in the season when rest shouldn't matter. I think Servette scores a few goals against them, probably wins like a 2-1, 3-1 type of game. Plus 138's very good number in the spot. And the market is starting to, they were 150 early in the week. So the market does agree a little bit. That's all I got, Hose. That's it. Any questions? Questions, comments, concerns? Questions? Any questions? No? Okay. Monk, I hope I did a good job, A, saying Talulin's name, and B, not getting us thrown off the air. There'll be plenty of times for me to get thrown off the air. Raul Rosas is fighting soon. Kevin Holland's fighting Chris Carter soon. Plenty of chances for me to get thrown off the air. So that's coming. Guys, good luck with your bets. See you next week. See you Monday for an all-new Fight Factor on this channel with the Dogfather. Take care, guys.